Breach. She's through again. Jess Breach. Oh, it's just sensational from Jess Breach. It is unbelievable. 6 tries on her debut, and now 5 tries in her second test match.
I think going down to Chichester Rugby Club, watching my dad in the first team, and then watching my brother. That was probably the start of my rugby journey.
I've been doing a bit of research on you, and apparently nicknamed Jess Express.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was this a family nickname? Was this kind of your teammates? Where did that come from?
Yeah, so it came from my coach when I was in age grade rugby with the boys. I think it was probably a bit of favouritism back in the day, and it has stayed with me a bit. I think people like to say it outside of the bubble a bit more now, and definitely the local paper love to use it. But I think it was definitely a confidence builder when I was playing with the boys. I think when you're younger you just want to get involved, and I don't really think you mind being the last one chosen or not having a partner. When you're younger you don't really notice it. When I go back now I do see it, and there's girls not getting picked, and I'm like, oh well, you're making a mistake here because they're going to get extra time with the coaches. I then went to 6-1 with quite a lot of the boys, and I used to joke around how they were like, oh well, you never used to get picked, and I was like, oh well, look where I am now. So
it's time, fed up and Riley to Scarrett, and into the corner goes Jess Breach, yet another test try.
Whenever people talk about your career, I often mention the hurdling career you had. How far did you get down that and pursuing that before your switch to rugby?
Yeah, so I really enjoyed athletics. Sometimes I still miss the training aspect to it. I got to the stage where my coach was like, you need to either do this to your full heart's content or not, which was a shame, and I would have liked to carry on, but the athletics was really beneficial for the rugby, but the rugby wasn't beneficial to the athletics. When I came with knocks and bruises and I was like, I don't think I can do this today, he was like, oh, but athletics is so individual, and you go to an event with your coach and you see the same girls all the time, and it's very just hi, how are you? Yeah, fine. What's your PB? It's very, they just want to know how quick you've run, and they don't actually want to know about you. And I think that's what's different with a team sport, is everyone actually cares about you as an individual, and how you are today and how well you've been performing, and you affect the team, and in athletics you just affect yourself. That's what persuaded me to just pick rugby. My dad coached me from when I was about 14 in girls rugby. We moved to Pulborough because that's where the better setup was, and it was just fantastic. The club got behind the girls programme, and I think in my last year we were national champs, and I think it's really good for the girls to see that there's a pathway, because there's younger girls that have been in under 20s and under 18 England and going into Premiership teams. I still see the girls now, and I'm still playing with the girls that I played with at Pulborough at Quins, which is so nice.
Throughout the evening, plenty of ball in hand. Burford to Breach. Giada. She's got past Giada. Here goes Jess Breach again.
You mentioned there about your dad coaching at points. What was that like in the Breach household? Were you comfortable with the sort of father-daughter coaching relationship? Yeah,
sometimes it was really frustrating. He would pick me up from school and we would go, and he would have my chocolate bread sandwiches in the car ready, and we'd be chatting on the way there, and then the training session would be awful, and we'd be shouting at each other. And the car journey home, I think this was when we were in Brighton still, and it'd be an hour drive home, and we'd just sit there in silence. And then we'd get home, Mum would be like, how's training? I'm like, fine, I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, no, it was good. I think I really enjoyed it, and I think he really enjoyed coaching me, and he hasn't stopped now, which it's crazy. And my mum's like, are you gonna stop now? We've got that bond where we can just talk about rugby for days, and sometimes I'm like, Dad, I do want to talk about something else. I do other things in my life, but no, I think it's really important, and he really enjoyed it, and so did I.
I know you've mentioned before kind of the way that your family come to games, and your dad often still kind of films you and takes pictures of you. Do you find that still kind of very endearing, how much joy it obviously brings him, bringing you up through your rugby career, coaching you and putting the time and effort into you, and watching you being a full international?
He is so proud, and so is my mum and my brother, and I think that's just his way of being a part of it still, is just having the recording, and he can look back at it. He still looks back at my under 18s national final on YouTube, and I'm like, Dad, that was 5 years ago. You need to get over it. Just to see them in the crowd, he always wears a bright coloured coat. So he had a black and orange one, and then me and my mum bought him a new one for Christmas, and it's black and yellow. So I think that's also really important. So I'm always scouting with him, and I'm like, oh, I don't even need to scout because he's got a bright colour on. It is just really nice for him and for my mum and brother to just be a part of it still, and I think it's really important for me. And my mum didn't make the France away game in autumns, and it was actually quite hard. But to have my brother and my dad there was still really crucial, and knowing that she was like watching from home, and I like FaceTimed her like after the game, like still on the pitch. It was just really nice, and just to know that they're still like there and they're just always supporting me is really fantastic.
Is it always looking for them in the crowd? Is it focusing on what you're singing?
No, literally I always just look at them. Like I try and find them, and then as soon as I found them, then I like sort of like look over them, because I don't want to make eye contact with them, because my brother will like do something and it'll just make me laugh, and then it'll just be embarrassing. But I stand next to Zoe and she, honestly, she can't sing. Like just tone is like nowhere. And when the camera like comes across, I'm like, why, like just maybe like mouth it, or like don't go so loud. And I have to like bite my like cheeks and like still try and sing, because it is so bad, so bad. One day you're gonna have to try and catch her out. It is awful.
Cleo. Breach coming off the left wing. Breach to go route one. Breach to get try number 4.
What can you remember from that build up from the week to you getting that first cap?
Oh, so scary. I think me and Zoe were just in our room like every day, like, is this actually going to happen? And then I think when the team got announced, we were like, oh, we're actually getting our first cap. And obviously we got it with Ellie Kilden and Hannah Bottoman, so it was actually quite a special group of us. I wouldn't think of a better person to get it with Zoe. Like she's been my roomie for like ever since we were like 16, and it's just really nice to have that like special moment that I can share with her. And like we're still roomies now, and she's always like, oh, have fun with media, or like, and it's just so nice that we can have that bond, and we're like friends off the pitch as well as on, and obviously we don't play on the same team, so those days are really tough. But we made a bet that we would all get a tattoo of the date, and I think I'm the only one with the tattoo on me, so they still need to get the tattoo. Hannah might actually have the tattoo, but yeah, Zoe definitely doesn't have the tattoo, and neither does Ellie. But we like shook on it. We were like, yeah, we're all going to get the tattoo, because we all got the same date, and yeah, I'm the only one that's got it. Yeah, it's nice, a nice little rose.
Mum and Dad approve?
Yeah.
Obviously, your debut pretty much couldn't have gone much better. 6 tries on debut. I mean, no one's ever done that before in the men's and women's game, what you've done. Did it kind of feel surreal at the time? Did it just kind of feel like a job? So
yeah, it's still really surreal. And like people don't joke about it, and they're like, when they introduced me, they're like, oh, this Jess Breach, she scored 6 tries on her debut. And I'm like, you don't need to say that. That's not how you need to describe me as. It was definitely an important part of me going into international rugby. I think to be on the pitch with like Nolly, before she like retired, I think was really good, and to have that experience behind me, I think really made me feel like I could like do what I do best. It's so nice to play with people that have been there, done that, can like basically teach you and talk to you through any scenario that you've been in. They help you on your journey, which I think is really, really nice, and people help them on their journey, so it's just a recurring theme that happens.